Taking a constructivist approach to healthcare simulations helps better prepare students. A synthesis paper by Camille Stover. What is this paper about? This paper explores the use of simulations in healthcare education, not only in the education of new graduates, but in the continuing education of healthcare providers. Simulations allow students and medical professionals to use information that they've learned in the classroom or out of textbooks and apply it to real-life situations that doesn't put a real patient at risk. Simulations allow us to simulate events. When I take students to the hospital every week, I walk in there having no idea what might occur. And some students get to have great days where they see a lot. Other students have terrible days where there's just not much going on. And so their clinical experiences really vary. Using simulations really helps to create a more level playing field among students, and it allows us to give students experiences on how to deal with situations that they might not get to see, but they might encounter once they're out of school. I further explored the use of learning theories in simulations with the goal to work towards defining the best learning theory to use when designing my own simulations. I chose this topic because it's a hot topic in healthcare education right now, and our department just got 2 new simulators. On the top picture here, you can see our ASL 5000. It is a rather high-fidelity lung simulator that allows students to explore the interaction between a patient and the ventilator and see how they can troubleshoot different events that may arise. I want to be able to create the most effective and efficient simulations for my students to help set them up for success. There's been a lot of research done supporting the use of simulations to help justify the financial expenditure of starting a simulation program, but few define and describe the learning theories that they use when creating their simulations. The literature is in agreement that simulations are beneficial to students in healthcare. However, none of the articles I read said that simulations should replace clinical, but rather should augment the experiences. Simulations allow students to get exposure to scenarios that they may or may not get to see in clinical rotations in school, but will likely encounter after graduation as working professionals. There is a lack of agreement on the need for a realistic simulation environment. However, the simulation itself does need to be realistic and mimic current best practice. The thing that was most surprising to me when reviewing the literature was the impact that emotions have on our memory. Bryson and Levine stated that the more emotionally involved students are in simulations, the more concrete and definitive their memories are. An example of this is 9/11. It was 16 years ago, but most of us remember that day with pretty vivid detail. I was 10 at the time, and I don't have many vivid memories of that year, but I remember the second plane hitting the tower like it was yesterday. In conclusion, the use of simulations augments a student's learning experience. Simulations of any kind are beneficial to students. We all can wear our imaginary glasses and create simulations out of everyday objects. As technology has advanced, the simulators have become more advanced and sophisticated, but the theory of using simulations hasn't changed. My recommendation? Use simulations any chance you can.